What's up, family? It's QahirTheConqueror here. Everything is going to be okay. It'll all be okay. Even if it's in due time, it'll all be okay. You have to think that way. It's really easy to give in to defeat. And that's one of the worst positions that you could be in. Whatever the situation you may be in or will be in, is when you accept defeat, but like in a way where you give up trying, if that makes sense. Not even in a gloomy, dark kind of way, but like when you stop trying or stop believing it can be or get better. That's one of the worst positions to be in. You lose hope. If you lose hope, what do you have? Now, to move past that, what I mean when I say it's all going to be okay, it's all going to be okay. Like, things will sort themselves out. Personally, there were points in my time, various ages and phases, where I ain't gonna lie, I had myself, I had God, but like I needed or would have been helpful for someone in a genuine way, in a sympathetic way, in a kind way, in a considerate way. Be able to look at me and tell me everything will be okay. And I feel like the world, people of all kinds, need to know and hear and feel that everything will be okay. And if it's already good, then this video probably isn't for you. Because there's somebody struggling with insecurities. There's somebody that's trying to figure out how they're going to eat or feed other people. Somebody that's trying to figure out how they're going to pay the bills, how they're going to get out of a predicament they're in, how they're going to move, how they're going to pass this exam or test, how they're going to get this job, or somebody grieving from some sort of loss. There are people looking at the conditions of the world. Yes, people in pockets living good, but like it's crazy stuff happening all over. And yeah, to be informed is okay, but watching the news and it's just this happened, this happened, this happened, government shutdown, they got bombed, they doing this. But with all that going on, with all of those circumstances, it'll all be okay. And not in a facetious way or in a way just to get likes and views and some clout. See, I've said it, but like, if you ever hear, and it's one thing, this took me time to digest and think about it from a more mature way. The reason why I can say it's all going to be okay is because even if it doesn't feel like it, or if it's not, focus on the negative and what do you get? From the beginning where I started, there's no hope. There's nothing positive to look forward to. Why would you waste your time focusing on, to a T, what is going wrong? What could go wrong? The worst possible outcome. Do that, and then how good does it make you feel? And that's not logic, because you can use that as an excuse. That's being what they call a Debbie Downer. And I've been there. It doesn't do you any good. You accept defeat and you stop using this computer in your mind. You stop using the vessel that can connect, if you believe, to a divine power or your highest self and problem solve. Figure out how to maneuver through difficult situations. So it does you no good. But also, to go back to where I started with this point, everything is always working out in your favor. It's an important philosophy to adopt. It's an important mind mindset to have and to reaffirm. Because even if you don't get the outcome you wanted or expect or hope for, you're disappointed, you going through it, it's working out in your favor. Still, why do I say that? I learned how to love from loss. I learned how to love from losing people. I learned how to succeed from failure. I learned in being humble how not to attach myself to things. I learned how to accept and love myself in moments of isolation. I learned how to win in darkness, if that makes sense. Like when people don't see everything that people put the work in to do and achieve and overcome. They just usually see the finished product, the end result. People we see in places that are doing what we want to do, what you want to do, you don't know what that person did in the dark when nobody was watching is what I meant. So that's what it means for everything to still be working out in your favor, even when it feels like it doesn't. And that's why everything is always going to be okay at the end of the day, as long as you got another 24. That's the one thing that you need is another 24. I said it in a video a long time ago. You woke up. That's your second chance. That's your time to do different, better, whatever it is. You can start right then and there. But you can't just keep waiting. Because you woke up, that is the opportunity. The stuff in the world, the stuff going on, the stuff that's not in your control, my belief won't fail me. And as I mentioned in a couple of other videos, when your belief is tested and it stands 10 toes and it endures through the fire, it's nothing really that can shake you. Nothing should faze you. I believe God is with me. Not because I'm special. I believe God is with us. I believe God is present today. I believe in Jesus. I believe that he's here. It's stuff in the world that has to happen. Dominoes have to fall to be in place. We've been taught and we've been warned. But I believe that everything is going to be okay. And I believe that people need to know that. And it's a lot of stuff, as I mentioned, that I don't control. I don't know. It has to happen. It was written. It's working out in your favor. And in the midst of the fire, the furnace of affliction, in the midst of adversity, in the midst of discomfort, you need to know that. You also have to see it through, which is why you can't give in. You can't accept defeat. You can't lose hope. You can't wane. Because you might not see, whether it's physically, because you physically can't see anymore, or even you might not be able to see if you don't live to see things get better, things to change, the reason why you had to endure. If you don't, always believe and know that things will get better, because that's one thing that they can't take away. Nobody can take away.